So the name of my business is Red Rivet Studios, and the best way to contact me is usually through email, and it's redrivetstudios@gmail.com.
Okay, and how do you classify your artwork?
So I am obsessed with collecting scrap metal, reclaiming, recycling materials, and so half the fun of my art is finding materials in different locations. Some of the materials I continue to rust, but my parents grew up in the Great Depression, and so our house was always full of cottage cheese containers, glass jars, corrugated egg cartons. And so as a kid, I had all these materials at my access, and as an adult, I kind of continue looking for materials that could be useful.
I see. Very cool.
And one of the examples are these baskets, and they are comprised of metal strapping that lumberyards throw out each day. The straps are used to bind loads of lumber, 2x4s, plywood, and as they're shipped, when the lumberyard receives them from a mill, they cut off the banding and put it in the recycling bin. So I paint the banding, I rust it, and then when it's ready, I'll weave it into metal baskets.
What inspires you to create? You kind of just answered that.
Yeah, I think it's an innate desire. As a child, I always made things, built things. I took my stroller, and when I was older, I turned it into a go-kart. And when I put the wheels on there, I just used a 10-penny nail, and I pounded it into wood. And the minute I sat on it, it collapsed. So it's like, okay, I got to go back to the original stroller. How did they do the axle? How did they support the wheels? But
Wow.
I think all humans have a desire to create in some way, in some medium, whether it's poetry, music, writing, or art.
Understood. Anything else you'd like to share?
We find as artists, studio time is the sacred time. That's when the creativity happens. That's when the aha moments. That's when it's not all fun. There's always difficult moments where we struggle and evaluate our self-worth. But the thing I keep coming back to, when a college kid leaves home, the first thing they do when they come into the new dorm room or apartment is they put a poster on the wall, something that they identify with, something that gives them comfort. And that's what art does. And when people find something that resonates with them, they buy it, they cherish it. It brings them, emotions.
Thank you so much. Great job.
You're welcome.
Okay, the name of your business and the best way for someone to contact you.
Okay, so I'm Marlena Rose, and Instagram, I'm Marlena Rose Glass, or Facebook, or email me.
Okay, and how do you classify your art?
So it is sand cast glass. So I'm pouring liquid molten glass into a sand mold.
Cool.
It's based on an ancient metal casting technique that's been around for thousands of years, but was developed in glass actually recently in the late 70s, early 80s, which is when I discovered it and have been pioneering this technique ever since.
What inspires you to create?
My husband.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I'm just kidding. He asked me what inspires me, and I said you. Well, inspiration comes from so many different places. It's from everywhere, truly. And it can come from my daughters. It can come from, a beautiful moment. I'm an equestrian, so the horses are very big inspiration. All the work, I would say, is spiritual in nature, whether it be the butterflies and who you can become.
Cool.
And be. So that's something that interested me. Horses, like I said, because my great passion for horses. I ride, I compete. And then the Buddhas, I think Buddhas, people are can relate to them no matter what religion or anything, that people just look at them as something that you can be better, and it symbolizes that. So that was what interested me with them.
I see. I can understand. Anything else you want to share?
So what I'd like to say is that you're going to come and see some incredible fine art from artists that are all over the United States that come to this show. So you're getting very high quality artwork in a beautiful outdoor setting. So it's a wonderful thing to come out and experience.
Okay, name of your business and the best way for someone to contact you.
Okay, I have business cards, and on the business card there's my website.
Okay, I'll make sure to get that on the video so they can see that contact info. And then what's your business name?
I go by Laurent Martres, visual storyteller.
I saw
because
that. I like
every
that.
picture has a story.
Interesting. I like that label. I noticed that right away.
Okay.
How do you classify your art?
How do I what?
Classify your art. Photography, right?
Well, I mean, it would be a little derogatory to say that it's documentary, but I mean, I like to photograph landscapes and cities.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't do any I do very little abstract. It's all realism.
Understood. What motivates you to create?
Okay. It's just showing the beauty of all the landscapes and the cities that I'm lucky to visit.
Yeah.
But I travel a lot. 4 times a year I do 4 big trips, and that's it. You know, it's from my love of travel.
Understood. Makes sense. Name of your business.
Charles Sherman Art.
And how someone can find you.
CharlesShermanArt.com. And there's hundreds of articles about me online.
Online with your business name.
Yeah, just Charles Sherman Art and you'll find me.
And how do we classify your artwork?
Well, I call these the tall sculptures miracle towers, and I call the circular ones infinity rings. So if you start here and go around 1, 2, 3 times, you wind up where you started from.
Interesting.
I call these miracle towers because they give me the sense of the miracle of flight and elevation. And all the angles are designed to be moving upward. So it's wide at the bottom, thin at the top, but this side is wide at the top and thin at the bottom. So each side is a triangle. These are technically pyramids, and they have pyramid energy. Pyramid energy is strength and balance. So this one is 6 feet tall, and it's perfectly balanced.
Wow.
This one is 10 feet tall, and it's only a half an inch at the bottom.
Wow.
So pyramid energy goes from the core of the earth up to the heavens.
I'm somewhat familiar with that.
Okay.
What inspires you to create?
Anything can inspire me. It can be just simply a sunset, and I can talk to a homeless person and get inspired. You never know where creativity is going to come from. You never know inspiration is going to come from. But when it happens, you have to be open for it. It's also something that you can't force. So you just have to be open for inspiration and creativity. You never know where it's going to come
Beautiful.
from.
Anything else you want to share? Great.
I'm interested in beauty. That's the main thing. To me, the essence of art is that for an artist, I'm an artist, art is a verb. To a collector, it's a noun. It's an ongoing process. I kind of compare it to to God. Creativity and God are very similar. In the Bible, there's hundreds of holy names for God, but God only said what his name was once, and it's Exodus 3:14. And Moses is saying, God, I think I understand who you are, but how am I supposed to explain who you are to these stubborn people? And God said to Moses, tell the children of Israel that I don't live in a tree, I don't live in a rock, I don't live inside of an animal, and guess what, Moses? I don't live upstairs either. I am a verb. I am an ongoing process of creativity in the universe, and my name is the essence of who I am. And my name is I am that I am. I am becoming what I shall be. So I am an ongoing process of creativity in the universe, and that's how I see art. Art and God are one.
Thank you, Charles.
You're welcome.
Name of your business and the best way for someone to contact you.
The name of the business is Dellorco Fine Art, and that's spelled Dellorco. And the best way to contact me would probably be on my website address, which is also dellorcofineart.com. And again, Dellorco, Dellorco.
Okay, and I'll link it in the video.
Yeah, cool.
How do you classify your artwork?
I would say I'm a realist painter, but not I wouldn't say I'm a photorealistic painter. I like to use photos as reference, but I sort of create an impossible realism.
Understood. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What inspires you to create?
Oh, that's always a tricky one. I'm always chasing emotion. And even though I paint women, it's amazingly because they're a good vehicle to show emotion. So if you look at any one of my paintings, I shouldn't have to explain it to you. It should just conjure something that you feel as a response. And then I think I've succeeded.
Anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think the work, I always think that there's nothing to say. The work stands for itself. And if you like it, reach out.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Great job. Okay, name of your business and the best way for someone to contact you.
Oh, great. My business is Terry Sauvé Fine Art, and the best way for someone to find me is to visit my website where there's a contact sheet.
Okay.
So you can spell my name Terry, S as in Sam, AUVE.com.
Okay, and how do you classify your artwork?
I feel like my artwork can be classified both as California Impressionism as well as contemporary realism. I really have in some ways followed the path of the traditional California painters, but some of my pieces have a more realistic bent to them. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like they cross categories.
Absolutely. Agreed. What inspires you to create?
You know, it's always the feeling I get when I'm out in nature and I see what the light is doing. Like, I'll literally just, oh my God, stop what I'm doing. This is so incredible. It's the feeling I get, which is just awe, like still dumbstruck that it could possibly be this beautiful.
Which is why you are so mesmerized by the Santa Rosas, because it's always like cinematically changing depending on where the sun's at.
It's super dramatic.
It's so much, yeah.
Yeah, it's a light show, and that's what I love to paint.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else you'd like to share?
Oh, well, we're here at La Quinta Art Celebration, which is like our very favorite festival of the year. It's here in November and the first week of March. And we live up in the Bay Area and do shows up there as well. So come check us out.
Great job, Terry. Thank you.
Thank you.